Hello you gorgeous people, how are you? Good to see you again. Welcome to the second in this series of Lakeybloke beer reviews. These are all mine, these are all of my own doing, and of course I'm going to be a little bit protective of my own beers, but hey, you know, listen, in all honesty, if I had tasted one of my beers and it was off, I'd say so on camera, as I have done before with the St. Peter's Ale and the Strawberry Pale Ale by Brewdog. What I don't know, folks, and I think this is really important that I say this, what I don't know is if those two kits, the Strawberry Pale Ale, the Bulldog Strawberry Pale Ale and the St. Peter's Golden Ale kits have the same style of hops in. Because my way of thinking is that if they both have the same style of hops in, and they both tasted kind of a little bit bitter to me and not quite right, a little bit off, it may very well be that I just don't like that particular hop, and to me, I mean, when I say don't like, to me it just makes me go, that's disgusting. It might not necessarily be that the kit is off, however, you know, I exercise caution there. I'm just you know, trying to be open about these things and honest with you, and it may well be, as I say, if the St. Peter's kit and the Bulldog kit have more or less the same hops in, or you know, they may very well have the same hop in amongst whatever other hops they got in there, they share a hop. That would be interesting to know. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to go away and find that out, and then the next review, hopefully I'll be able to give you an update, see if I can find anything out, and if not, I'll get you guys to do it for me, won't I? Because I know you like doing that sort of thing and helping your old mate out. So yes, let's get on with this then. I've got the Wherry, folks. The Wherry, yeah. I've got a big bottle of the Wherry here. I'm very excited about this because I tried some a little while ago, about 3 weeks ago. I had a little bit of a nippy sweetie for the Scottish people out there. A wee bit of a little nippy sweetie there, you know what I mean? That's not Scottish, is it? That's fucking Welsh or something. But yeah, it's quite dark in colour, isn't it? It's surprising, really, because some of the videos I've seen of it done online have been quite light. However, let's give this a pour and see what we feel. Again, a Spiegelau glass, folks. There you go. Only Spiegelau does the... Yeah, excellent glasses these. Doesn't necessarily mean that your beer's going to taste better. However, I think they have done some tests on the Spiegelau glasses, and I think what they found is that they do tend to hold the temperature better than normal beer glasses. So if you want a cold beer, of course it will retain, you know, the coldness of the beer for prolonged periods of time rather than your normal standard beer glass. So in effect, you get a better tasting beer, but you know, it's arguable, folks, isn't it? I just think they're really cool glasses, but that's just me. Anyway, what we got here, look, we've got the Wherry, very small head on there, but as I've said before, not too bothered about whether there's a massive head on there or not. They're not very small nucleation bubbles, if there is such a thing. But they're okay, you know, there's a tiny little head on there, but it's not about how it looks, is it? It's quite dark, it's, you know, it's sort of a dark amber colour, not massively dark, but again, it's very difficult because the camera will show it in a different light. So, because if I bring it over here, it looks like a really light, oh look, I've got a little fly, fruit fly in front of me. If I bring it over here, the fruit flies of doom are out trying to nick my beer, folks. Go away, you bloody fruit flies. If I bring it over here, it's lighter than if I bring it here, you see, because I've got a black t-shirt on and obviously that's reflecting some of the light. But yeah, it's not too bad a looking beer. It's all about the taste though. Smell wise, not an awful amount coming off there. Malt, I can smell malt. Does it smell sweet, like a sort of kind of sweety kind of thing? Not really, it just smells of malt. But not a massive amount of malt. Now, I don't know what it is, folks. I've had problems over the years with my sinuses. I had to have an operation years ago, folks, and I had to have a polyp removed from my sinuses, and I had an operation on my, and all loads. It was bloody horrible. I won't go into details. However, since I've had that done, my senses with regard to smell have just blown me away. They really have. And you know, I walk into a room and I can smell the most minute of smells. It's quite phenomenal for me. And I'll say to Lorraine, can you smell that? There's something not quite right. And you know, there's something in the room, and I can find out where the smell is coming from. She says, no, I don't know what you're on about. So I do have a sort of a slight enhanced, heightened sense of smell. I might be deaf in one ear nearly, but you know, you can't have everything, can you? So let's give this a taste. Very smooth, very malty, very malty. Not an awful amount going on. However, I would say it's got the right amount of sweetness in there. Very pleasant, very pleasant beer. It's a simple beer, folks. It's not complicated at all. It's a simple beer. It hasn't got very much going on in there. It's easy to drink. It's a sessionable beer, easily a sessionable beer, because as I say, it's not complicated. It's quite, I had my little finger poked out then, didn't I? Pinky out, folks, pinky out. That's for you, Tom. There's not very much going on there at all. I can smell the sweetness in there. I can taste the sweetness in there. Some people won't like this, folks, because it's a sweet beer. It's not like massively sweet. However, there is a sweetness in there, like a sort of kind of toffee sweetness. Very smooth though, but there's not a lot going on. If I had to score this out of 10, I'd say for me, because occasionally I like simple beers, 7.5 out of 10. That 7.5 out of 10. It's a perfectly nice beer. Not overly complicated. In fact, it's not complicated at all. There's hardly anything going on, but it's smooth. What it's got going for it is it's smooth, it's easy to drink. If you like malty beers as opposed to the more hoppy beers, then you'll like this. If you like a little bit of sweetness in your beer, and I quite like that because, you know, the sweetness sort of helps occasionally to bring out some of the more maltiness flavour. That doesn't even make sense, that sentence, does it? But you know what I mean. They work well together. And I don't know what hops they put into a wherry, but I can't imagine there's too much going on in there. As I say, it's all about the malt and the sweetness, and I have to mark it on that. And 7.5 out of 10. It's a very, very pleasant beer. I'm going to go away and drink the rest of this. Finish it. I'm very pleased with that. I got it as a present from my sister. Thanks, Jack, for Christmas last year. I specifically asked for it because I saw other people doing it on YouTube and I wanted to give it a go, and I was interested to find out more about it. If I had to compare it to another beer that I have made myself, I would say it's very close to the Lakeybloke Oi Oi Bitter Ale. Now, for those of you that are regular subscribers and you come back and watch these videos, you will know that some time ago Mick Flatbeer, oi oi Mick, sent me a bitter kit, and I did my own kind of tweaks and things to it, and I put some crystal malt in there, and you know, I tried to make it a little bit more interesting than the bog standard bitter kit, because at that time I wasn't really into bitter. And what ended up as, what started out as a plain bitter kit ended up as really quite a sweet, malty beer. Kind of like this. So if you look back on that beer review I did of the Lakeybloke Oi Oi Bitter Ale, and I'll stick the review link underneath here so you can have a little look at it yourselves. It's very similar to that. It's not complicated at all. You could probably quite easily make this yourself from, as I say, a bog standard cheap bitter kit with some crystal malt to bring that sweetness in there. You probably have to do 300 grams, something like that, to make sure it does counteract the bitterness. However, as I say, it's a perfectly nice beer, folks. I am going to drink it. I'm not going to chuck it down the sink. Very nice, very pleasant, very crisp, and nothing wrong with it at all. No off flavours in there. It's a very decent beer kit, folks. So for that, it gets a thumbs up from me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next beer review when we go through Lakeybloke's Cascade Ale. It's a single hop ale, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da!